All right, so market update October 30th. What we're looking at is a big violation of this trend line right here. All right, so you're going to witness me actually deleting a line because it's no longer relevant. There's two lines here that are no longer relevant, and then the chart's going to clear up a lot more. But once we take this one and this one out, because those are now gone and past, this is what we're looking at. So as you can see, on the uptrend, at this point, doesn't look like it's stopping anytime soon. An expected, hopefully, pause right around the 440 range. We're at 426 today. This is a scary looking pattern because if you go back, just actually to the end of 23, we had this like, hey, I think we're on our way down, and then we popped up and then ended up here, right? So I'm still hopeful we're gonna gravitate down, but we are getting to a point where it's dangerous territory. If we drop down into a smaller time frame, you can see it's finally starting to break a little bit. But this was just since the Fed cut rates, it's been straight up. There really hasn't been too much of a pause. So here's actually an opportunity. If we can get a break below like a 417 range, we can get the rates down maybe into the low sixes, high fives again. There's rates that we had that are basically $10,000 to $12,000 in fees higher than they were a month ago. So it changed the landscape for a lot of people who were in the loan process, and then some who were just shopping because you thought you were going to possibly see a 5, and now you're looking at a mid 6. And for some less qualified loans, you were looking in the 6s, and now you're potentially seeing a 7. So hopefully, we get some sort of clarity here. I know they're talking about another rate cut coming up. Again, it doesn't matter what the Fed does. It matters what people think the Fed's going to do and then what actually happens. So that's what we're going to kind of pay close attention to before that next rate cut, because they can cut them again. It doesn't mean anything, right? Things are just priced in based on expectations. So if they overcut, if they're expecting 0.25 and they get a 50 basis point cut, that could trigger something a little bit different. But we are at a point where it's going to be a wait and see. So for the loans that we have in now, we're just kind of monitoring. Don't want to lock anything at the moment. Possibly after the elections, we'll get some more clarity. But as of now, we're just in a wait and see holding pattern. And hopefully we get a nice turn to get around to this lower rate here. Because once we start getting over here, there's a chance of us breaking into this, much better territory. So keep you updated as soon as something changes.